Hi everyone. Uh, yeah, it's been a long time. It's been 2 years actually. The last video I did was Devil May Cry. It was the Virgil playthrough. I only did one part of that, which I think is a bit of a awful thing. It would actually be a good time to get back into that. Now that I think about it, due to the fact that the Devil May Cry anime has just come out on Netflix. Which, from what I've heard, has done really well. I've not watched it yet. I'm probably gonna watch it at some point. So why am I talking about that, and also why have I decided to come back after all these years? Well, first off, I need to kind of explain why I stopped in the first place. Essentially, the reason I stopped was because I kind of fell out of love with it. I kind of was getting annoyed by it. It was kind of feeling like I didn't really have the time for it. Not necessarily that I didn't have the time, because the reason I started doing it anyway was because I didn't have anything to do. I didn't have anything to do, so I thought I'll invest my free time, the abundance of free time I have, and the abundance of free time I still have during even today, into making videos. And because even though I had an abundance of time, I didn't have an abundance of available time. And what I mean I helped a lot more around the house. I had to work around people's schedules of working and stuff like that. Um, and so I didn't always have the most time in the world to make videos, edit them, that sort of stuff, and at least record them, edit them, and be happy with them. I could have made them and edited them, post them out, but I wouldn't be happy with the results. So I stopped. I was also focusing on other things, like I was part of a band back in the day, which is no longer in existence. It got two songs out and then kind of just stopped existing. That doesn't mean I'm not planning stuff for music for later in the pipeline for me in my personal life. But at the minute, it's just very much in the early days. But what else has changed in those 2 years? Well, me as a person, I've changed a lot. For example, I know a lot more about what I'm doing in terms of gaming and content creation. At least when it comes to, like, for example, I think you'll remember when I tried to do a Skyrim series and my save got completely corrupted. I've learned a lot about modding since then. I'm using a different mod manager now. I'm using mod organizer 2 instead of Vortex, and that's got like 300 plus. Well, not 300 plus mods. It's got like nearly 300 mods in it now, and I'm very happy with it. Whereas opposed to the last time when I tried to do the series and I had like nearly 100 mods maybe, and it totally corrupted my save because I didn't know how to use Skyrim script extender. Now I know how to use it. Also, there's been things in my life that aren't me that have changed. Like, I don't have to work around people's schedules as much anymore. I don't have to worry about certain things, which it's nice that I don't have to worry about certain things anymore. Things have changed. People have moved out, stuff like that, and essentially, yeah. Does this mean I'm going to be back for good? No, it doesn't. I'm only going to do this while it's fun. Um, I don't plan on this being like a main source of income or anything like that. I don't even plan for this to become monetized, to be honest. I'll be surprised if it ever does. Like I say, I'm only doing this while it's fun, and yeah, and but also the reason I'm only doing it while it's fun is because if I'm having fun with it, if I'm having fun recording the videos, editing the videos, posting them to you, you're gonna have fun watching the videos, experiencing my stupidness, as I could say it. And yeah, I just want it so that you're enjoying the experience, but also I'm enjoying the experience. So if there's a point where I'm not enjoying it anymore, you'll know I'm not out because I'll not be making any content. But I want you to enjoy it, and like I say, in order for you to enjoy it, I need to enjoy it because then I put more pride into it, I put more work into it, and I think that will be fun. I don't know what I don't know what the first series back is going to be. I'm torn between Devil May Cry 5 on the Son of Sparta mode with Virgil to kind of do it, because obviously there's that new resurgence of Devil May Cry because of the anime, as I mentioned earlier. Or actually start again with the Skyrim playthrough, show you how much things have changed. In terms of my modding ability, in terms of my comprehension of the game and stuff like that. Because I'm also now playing it on Legendary difficulty, so that'll be fun. You're probably going to see me get very angry at times because I'm being an idiot. So that'll be interesting. Or maybe I'll play new games, because recently RuneScape Dragonwild has come out, and for someone who, I wasn't a fan of the original RuneScape, I just couldn't get behind the grind. I liked the concept, don't get me wrong, like the concept of the grind was cool, but because the controls for me were a little bit outdated and stuff like that, I couldn't really get into it. And it felt more like a chore simulator rather than an actual RPG. And I know I've probably got people watching this who are massive RuneScape fans. I'm like, ah! I'm not saying the game's bad. I'm just saying it wasn't for me. I also might play First Berserker Cars on here. They're all maybes. They're all like kind of ongoing plans. I'm not 100% sure yet. But yeah, they are things I'm thinking about doing. But yeah, this is kind of just a quick video. I say quick video, it's going to be about 7 minutes long. This is just a quick video of me kind of saying, hi, I'm going to be doing the channel again, not as a dedicated thing, just every now and then. I might try to do it every week, but I'm not going to promise I'm going to do it every week. I'm just going to do it when I can. Sometimes you might get multiple videos a week, sometimes you might go a few weeks without a video. It just depends on how I'm feeling. Because my circumstances have changed, I've changed, and you guys will have changed too. And basically, you know, I think a lot of the people who watched me back in the day, you know, they're probably not going to watch me now. If you are someone who watched me back in the day and you were back and you're wanting to see me back with content, I'm very appreciative. You know, don't think I'm not, because I am. And if you're new to the channel, you can actually see what I was like a few years ago. I haven't deleted any of the videos. I simply have left them up there as a kind of reminder of who I once was and the sort of life I was living back then. So you can watch them as many times as you like. Some of them are quite long, some of them are quite short. I don't really know how I'm going to do the videos. I think it's just going to depend on from series to series. I think if I do the Devil May Cry one, I'm going to do it like one mission at a time, 1 or 2 missions. And then if it's something like Skyrim, I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, it's just me kind of saying that my love for it is kind of making YouTube videos has kind of come back. And yeah, I'm just hoping that I can create something not only that I'll enjoy, but you'll enjoy too. And yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. So yeah, thank you, bye bye!